Yo, what's up? This is Fisal, or also Imhotep Karinun Sa'atumre. I'm making this video because what I want to do is I want to bring to light something that's a little strange and also painful, but I think is necessary at this point. You know, the thing is this: when it comes to the whole children being molested in the tabs, well, I was one of those kids that actually got molested and raped numerous amount of times. And it was not by pops. It was by the teenagers. The older boys were doing it. I'm saying people like Jacob, people like these people. And the problem is that because they were so close to some of the victims that was experiencing these things, the victims, they attempted to blame the old man, or people like Jacob decided to come up with a coup to put the blame on pops, when he was the one that was actually doing a lot of that stuff. Not only him, but there were other ones too that were doing it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of stories that people are afraid to talk about because they slept with these people. They were close by these people. These people were family. Some of these people have respected positions in their family. So it was just okay when everybody started blaming pops. It was just okay for them all to just write it off and say that he did it when in fact he didn't do it. And the people that actually did it are sitting there walking around free trying to keep the blame on pops. See, my thing is this: after 15 years of this man being in jail, and he still continued writing books for the community. He still continued making moves to keep the community together and keep the community moving, at the same time fighting for his freedom because he's an innocent man. And it's crazy to me that there's these people who grew up under him, who he funded everything that they have today. People like Jacob in York. You know what I'm saying? He funded everything that they got today. He was their initiator in all of it. And they turn around and they're going to treat him like this. They're going to keep trying to perpetuate this lie. They're going to keep trying to keep people thinking that he did these things when they're the ones that did it. You say, and I can say that because I was one of the kids that experienced it directly. I'm not just saying he said, she said. I experienced it first in hand, and it bothered me. And even I was afraid to step up because of the people who actually did it, because they were brothers and sisters. They were close family members. But in the boys' quarters, it was different because as we were growing up as kids, it was separated by genders. You had the boys stayed together, the teenage boys all stayed together, and the teenage girls all stayed together. Yeah, some of these little teenage boys who were around 17, 16, yeah, they used to force their ways into some of the younger ones. You know what I'm saying? And then convince them using their logic that it was an okay thing. And I know that because I was a victim of that myself. It took me years to get over it. And the part that bothered me the most in it was the fact that my father was blamed for it. That he sits in jail today for a crime that I know he did not commit because I was a victim of it. I was in the tab when it happened, and it also happened to me. And ironically, a lot of his children were targeted directly. This means that someone had a vendetta against him from the beginning. Someone had a vendetta against his family from the beginning and wanted to destroy him. Now, Jacob York saw a seat of power. He saw a way to take down a powerful person and place himself as the savior of the people. And that's what he attempted to do by lies and deceptions of the things that even he did himself. He blames his father for his evil. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking that because I spoke to a lot of the other people that also experienced it the same time as I did, around the time that I did. And I spoke from a lot of their perspectives. And in the beginning, I noticed that a lot of them were afraid to disclose who actually was the one that was doing it, or a group of them that were actually doing it, because these were they were supposed to be respected brothers and sisters of the community at the time, even though they were young. And so they were manipulating the girls and convincing them that they have this and that, so that they can do this. Yeah, it wasn't pops. You know what I'm saying? It was some of his kids that did that ish. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And people like Jacob York. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he was one of those kind of people that did that kind of ish. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of other, but I'm not going to put nobody else out there because I don't hear nobody else talking about pops the way he's doing it. I don't see nobody else coming at our father the way he's doing it. It's like, dude, you did that ish. You did that to a lot of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. As a matter of fact, a lot of kids hated you because of it. People were afraid of you because of how successful you got dealing with Biggie Smalls and all them and bad boys. So people felt that they needed to respect you in order to be able to get somewhere inside of the game. And I know that because I was also a victim of that. I left the U.S. and didn't feel like I could make music in the U.S. because of fear of Jacob York interfering with my music career, because I had love and respect for my father. And for me, it felt like anybody who had loyalty and honor and respect for our father, Jacob York, targeted us and tried to make us look like we're the bad guys to the rest of the family, try to make us look like we're incompetent, try to give us this bad perspective and persona to everybody else. as well, and just so that it can help support the idea of what his lies is about his own father. My thing is it's like, Jacob, get the fuck over it. Pops ain't even mad at you for your lies. Why don't you back the fuck off and let our community grow? Let us be the people that we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going through that no more. You know why? Because nobody wants to deal with that no more, Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that it was a lie. Everybody knows that it was bullshit. And those who experienced it themselves, and for you to just sit there and to let Pops continuously take the blame for this shit is wrong of you all. You know what I'm saying? Period. Any of you that sits today and just accepts the blame on Pops when you know that it wasn't him that was doing that to you, and y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong. And now is the time for it to stop. Stop this nonsense, Jacob. Stop hating on your fucking father and stop trying to destroy our family.